couple of nights, we also take this time to share memories of Marie. As you know, Nguyen says, you know, to say their name, to say her name, and means she continues to live on. I don't think I got that right, Nguyen, but you can correct me. So who would be the, and I think today we wanted to share vacation or trip memories with Chester. So I know in one way or another, we have all had the opportunity to go on a trip with Marie, and man, it is a trip. So anybody wants to share first? So quiet. Okay.
I know.
I'll go first. So, I forget the year now, but I remember.
You're queen didn't make it back. You didn't make it in time. I'm not gonna make it. You have to leave the fourth semester. I was like, shoot.
What I'll share is the trip that my sister and I took to Italy, and we decided to brave it and go without an official tour. So there we were, just trying to book our trips, our day trips every day. And on one of our last few days, we decided we would take the train to Venice, spend the afternoon in Venice, and it worked out. It had to be an overnight train back from Venice to Rome. So it was an early morning. We spent the entire day in Venice, which was beautiful. We had a lot of fun. But then when we had to take the overnight trip, you know, people kept telling us, oh, you really have to watch your belongings. There are a lot of gypsies and, that board on the train and will steal your purse from you and do all that. So needless to say, I think that was the most uncomfortable night we had, because one, we were sitting up in the train, and because we were afraid we were too tired and we were gonna fall asleep, we actually put our purses behind us. So we were laying on our purses and it was tied around our waist. And we tried to stay awake, but obviously that failed. We got back into Rome at like 6 o'clock in the morning, tried to maneuver. Thank goodness the train station was close to our hotel, and slept the rest of that day. And then we had to leave the next day. So needless to say, our last day in Italy was just a day of sleeping, which was a little disappointing, but we had fun the rest of the week that we were there, the days prior. So that was one of my most memorable trips with sister, braving the train in Italy, and sleeping on our purses so we don't get robbed. So who is next?
It's Jennifer. Nothing, I can't remember much about it, but I just remember that we went, on our first cruise with Ate Marie, and my brother's showing it. I'm sure he was trying to beat me to it, but I beat him to it. And I remember we had all tried escargot, and it was just so memorable. It was just it felt like our family. She was our ate, and it was perfect.
Did you slather the snails in butter? The only way I can eat it.
It's the best way, yeah. The butter and garlic, and then just not chew, right?
Yes, just suck and swallow. So, Okay, anybody else?
I have one. So when I first got out of boot camp, me and Marie was planning to drive to the Bay Area because we were in San Diego, and Marie used to live with Uncle Marlon Marcelino, and Uncle Marlon was showing us, on the map, because there was no GPS then, on the map how to get to the Bay Area. It's our first road trip together. She never drove a long distance driving. So we just went ahead. We drove, we followed the map and everything. And we're supposed to be going to Richmond, but for some reason, we're heading inside San Francisco. And of course, we're on the very last side of the toll plaza. And the guy saw me in uniform and I said, "Excuse me, how do we get to Richmond?" And he goes, "You have to turn around, go all the way back." I'm like, "Okay." So he said, "Hold on a minute." They stopped all the traffic on Bay Bridge so we could turn around and go off. And now that's where I work on the toll plaza. And that was the funny thing. She goes, they see all this little blue car driving all the way around, crossing all the lanes on the Bay Bridge just to go to Richmond. And that was it. We were just giggling. Anybody else?
Can I go? This is a while back, so I can like vaguely remember it. I was also telling Lori because it also has to do with Lori. This was, I believe, great grandpa's 100th birthday when we were all flying to the Philippines. And I remember because we all flew together, but we were all separated in the plane, so we all had different seats. I remember we were just flying, and out of nowhere, Auntie Marie comes by and she's like, "Have you seen Lori?" And I guess Lori had run off on the airplane. So we're all just like running around the airplane trying to find Lori. And then me, my mom and my sister, we're just sitting in the aisle and we see Auntie Marie walking around. And then you see Lori just running around on the opposite side of the plane. So they're all like taking laps. So it's pretty funny. And then we finally got Lori, and then Auntie Marie found us again. So happy family, just a fun little adventure around the airplane on a 12-hour flight to the Philippines. Okay.
Go ahead, Ramona. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Ramona.
Can you tell her again tomorrow? She doesn't.
Emma, since you're in the back, you can unmute everybody. Oh, that's okay. They got it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Sister Mona Brasa. I am a good friend of your aunties or your mom. We've been together in the Cursillo movement long time ago. And since we've been together, we became best of friends. Although we don't meet every now and then, we call each other. And we became friends, real friends, wherein we dedicate ourselves to, in the Cursillo movement. And she's really a very religious and very loving sisters to others. And I remember she was very happy because we go in a 3-day retreat. And on the last day, it was her birthday, October 14. And we surprised her with a birthday cake. Everybody, 50 or 60 of us were singing happy birthday to her. And I think that did it. From then on, she was really moved. And from then on, she never forgets. Every year, although she cannot serve in the Cursillo, she is willing to support the Cursillo movement, but however she can. And that's why we became close. And I've been in her different houses since she was still single before she met Rolly. And then when she had her baby with Emma and the youngest one, is Emma there? I want to see her. I haven't seen her.
Hi.
You're Emma? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You know, she brought you to our house.
Hmm?
She brought you to our house when you were 6 or 7 years old.
Oh.
I don't think you remember. We were still in Monitor Patio at that time. We moved here in Arizona. We are in Arizona right now.
Oh,
Yes, we are in Tucson, Arizona. We've been here for 2 years now. But I remember she brought Emma to our house. And who is her youngest daughter? What's the name of her youngest?
Lori,
Is she there?
she's right behind Emma.
Right there.
Is she the one? Oh, okay. I haven't seen her. Only Emma, I've just seen Emma. And I think the last time I saw this, they were still young. When they attended the Breakfast Cursillo fundraising in St. Catherine's. But I'm so happy to meet all of you. I'm sure Sister Marie, because it's other brothers and sisters, so I'm sure Sister Marie is so happy now that you're praying for her. And be assured of our prayers for her and for her family. Okay? Pleased to meet all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other stories? I know that there are a lot of stories of the trip back east. I wasn't with the family, but I heard a lot of it when you guys went to Washington, D.C. and New York. Nobody's willing to share. Ooh, must be some juicy stories there.
Can I go a little for just a little bit?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. So I'll show you a picture. So this is Mount Rainier in Seattle.
Mm.
Like 2014, we had a reunion. So there was one of the days we need to do a hiking, with the group. But because I couldn't hike, I went to look for Marie. So not because of anything, because she told me beforehand, I can't hike either. So I said, oh, hey, listen, we'll just stick, with each other, and then we'll just pretend. Can I pretend that I'm not gonna hike because I'm with you? And then she goes, this is how good she is. And she would say, of course, she's always such a giving to every one of us. So anyway, this picture, we were not even we were just right there, the main house down there. We were not even like 100 feet, but we took a picture to let people know that we went hiking. So we pretend to take pictures that we were hiking too. So we had so many pictures like this that way we can tell people, yeah, we went on a hike on Mount Rainier, So, but nobody knew that except us, because we couldn't go far. Same thing with one of us. So when we talk about this, it's just like a secret, because she cannot go either. One of our has a knee problem too. I have a back problem. I have sciatica, so I cannot go far. And so being with Marie is like, so all we did was walk for a little bit and then take a picture in a different pose, different view. That way we'll tell people that, oh, we went on a long hike too, just like the others. So that's just a little bit of, I wish some of our friends were here because they have more stories about that, but they couldn't come. So Christine tomorrow is going to be the whole batch. There's a lot of us, if that's okay. Doing all the prayers and they're going to be joining us tomorrow. So that's it. more. There's more stories.
Okay.
This one is not. Actually, this one, Lori is here. This is not a hiking story. This is in our house. But if you see Marie's picture, did you see her? You see her
Yeah.
headband?
Yeah. Oh, there's Lori.
There's Lori. We did painting here. So the story to this one, did you see how she used her headband the wrong, a different way from us?
Hmm.
You see? So I said, "Oh my gosh, Marie, why are you wearing your headband that way?" She goes, "Because I think you bought the bracelet instead of a headband because it can't grow to her head." So we started laughing, and Cassie goes, "Moms, it won't go down." So she was just wearing it the way. Well, you have to be here to know.
It's funny.
It's very funny. Lori knows about it. But look, oh my God. I can't. So there's so many stories.
Thank
I
you
love,
for sharing.
thank you.
I just wanted to check because your the tag on your iPad doesn't have a name. Are you Mabel?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for agreeing to lead the mysteries tomorrow to with her batchmates. Thank you.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of us actually. So I ask everybody and they all want to join. So there's going to be a lot of us joining, doing the someone leading and then responding. So if that's okay with you guys.
That would be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Anybody else have traveling stories?
Thank you, Mabel.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
So while some folks are waiting or trying to get their story straight, let me share one. Is Ariel here or Stephanie at least? Not sure. I didn't see.
Yes. Yes.
Stephanie, Steph.
Are you
Okay.
guys gonna talk about the? I think I know what you guys are maybe might talk about.
It's this
Ariel brought up that story.
as you guys know, Marie is very giving and she loves her youngest brother. That's me, by the way. So for those who do not know, my name is Newin. So we were from the Bay Area to San Diego to visit with family.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that she loves to do is be with family.
That's the story.
And I had to go pee and use the restroom. And so I told her to exit, and she exited abruptly, wanting to take care of my bio needs. She hit the curb, and both tires went flat. So at first we were scared that we thought we got into an accident, but it was funny when she just abruptly took the exit and actually hit the island, and she flattened both her tires on the passenger left side or right side, I should say. So where Ariel comes in, because you can only have one spare, right? And this is in the middle of the night, so everything is closed. We had to wait for Ariel to come from San Diego, which is 2 hours away to drive.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning to drive a spare tire so we can replace both tires, right? And all along, she kept a very positive spirit while everybody was waiting in the diner, sleeping, laying down, ordering coffee, so they just won't kick us out of the diner. So I thought that was an interesting trip. You know, everybody was safe, but then I knew that I was her favorite because she wanted to take care of my bio needs.
Yep, Ariel just shared that story with me like 2 days ago. The same, exactly. Thanks for sharing that first, Kuya.
And thank you, Ariel, for coming to our rescue at 2 in the morning. I don't think we got to San Diego until 6 o'clock.
Yeah, anytime for family.
Love you guys.
Love you, cousin. Oh,
We love you guys too.
Anybody
Anybody
else?
else have a story to share? Hey, New, you
This
gotta
is
share some of that, okay?
this is Auntie Gloria.
Hey,
Auntie.
Auntie.
Hi.
Auntie.
This is not.
Hi, Dad.
This is not really. Well, this is a trip, but it's just a very. It's a small trip. Okay, so okay, I would like to share you this. The what I we talked with Marie. One time I talked to MarieNoel, and I said, Marie, I would like to wear socks so that my feet won't get cold during my trip to going to heaven. And then she said, Auntie, of course, I am going to give you different and all the colors of socks.
Mm.
And yes. And they said, and this is true. Your Uncle Cesar even heard it. Okay. And then said, Marie, you are so nice. I said, thank you. But the thing is that Marie is gone. So where will I get those socks? So I said, and Marie is now with our Lord, the Almighty in heaven. And your sister, Marie, is one of a kind as a human being. She is very accommodating and super nice. I call her super nice Marie. And now, Marie, rest in peace. We love you and care for you so much. And this is your Auntie Gloria. And this is the trip, Marie. I'm still here, Marie. So, okay. And that's what it is.
Keep you socks.
And thank you for, listening.
Thank
We'll
you.
give you socks, Auntie.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah, she
fulfill
knows
my
that.
sister's promise.
She knows that. She said something like, Auntie, I am going to give you a different and all the colors of socks. That's what she said, because I would like to wear socks when I go to the trip, going to heaven. That's what I said. And she said, Auntie, I can do that. That's what she said. Oh my gosh. So, and of course, I miss Marie. Marie is gone. She's very close to me.
She's not here physically, but we can
I
keep
know.
her in spirit.
Yeah,
Always.
I always talk to Marie, even that. Oh gosh, I
And
missed her.
And I haven't been to that trip, but then I think the trip to heaven is a long one, not a short one. Auntie.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I even your
I'm
uncle,
just joking.
even your uncle Caesar heard that.
Will take 40 days to go to heaven.
I will take
40
40 days to go to heaven. 40 days to go to heaven. Yeah, so I cannot forget that. I remember that. What she
She's
said.
still here watching us.
So thank you for listening anyways. I'm sharing. I share that. It's kind of like very, I like to bring out, I like to express myself because of that the trip. But we're still here. I like to, but Marie is gone.
It's okay, Auntie. We'll give you 40 socks so when you get to heaven, your feet don't stink.
You get to change
It's cold.
socks every day.
Yeah,
Change
very
every
cold.
day.
Yeah, thank you. My God, Marie.
I think two of the other trips that I'll always remember is our cousin trip to Las Vegas. That got nice. And then also the one in Great Wolf.
A great wolf, yes.
Jennifer, can you say that again, please? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying two of the most memorable trips that I remember with Ate are our cousin trip in Las Vegas when Trish and Anthony turned 21.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Suka party. Yeah. And Great Wolf.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Family.
So this girl right here is asking if she can have her 21 in Vegas. So the uncles and aunties, you guys gotta prepare for that.
If our backs
Going.
don't hurt.
We'll be there.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, we're going.
I'm ready with my body roll.
Slip and slide Suka.
Suka.
Bernard, I see you went on mute. Did you want to share something?
They're on the beach.
You know, I like to share something. You know, it was a great opportunity to you know, spend our one last time with Marie in Palm Springs. We did our, you know, cousins trip at the house. You know, being with family and being with her. I just remember, you know, we had a one-on-one conversation at the table when Neil was cooking. And, you know, that was something that, you know, I would always cherish because, you know, that was probably one of my last true conversations with her. You know, we just talked about stuff, you know, we talked about her, you know, how life was going and, you know, how it was nice to have the cousins together that weekend. Yeah, so, you know, like Jennifer said, you know, with all our cousins' trips to Vegas, and you know, unfortunately, I wasn't at Great Wolf, but you know, being with cousins and having those memories with her was, you know, something that we'll never forget. And I'm glad that we had that opportunity to all go to Palm Springs and, you know, spend that time with her, and of course, with the family as well. So definitely, we'll miss that.
I have a story. If the cousins can help me remember.
You're echoing,
Um,
Trisha.
on my TV, sorry.
Is that the
Is that better? Okay. Can you hear me now? Shoot. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We hear you. We can hear you. We can hear
Yes.
you. We
Okay.
can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
So cousins kind of have to help me on this. I'm not sure. I was still young. I guess we're all road tripping to, I don't even know, where's Yosemite?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Atsumu would always remind me of this story because I was probably 6 or 7, but there was a time where I was in the blue van and me and Auntie Celia were arguing. And one of the things Uncle Ding actually taught me a really bad word when I was little. I kept repeating it, and I was getting in trouble. The word was tanga. And so I kept saying it, and Auntie Celia was getting mad. So I replied to Auntie Celia, and I was like, well, you look like a cabbage patch. And Auntie Marie will never, ever forget to remind me of that time when we were all just traveling the van. How she remember that one time you called your Auntie Celia. But it was funny. She will always remind me and always tell me, yeah, you kept saying tanga because Uncle Dean kept telling you bad words. I just repeat it. That was a good memory. She
So
always
go ahead,
reminds me.
Trish. Auntie Celia's on the call. Call her cabbage patch now. Try it.
No. Tell this day, I'm sorry, Auntie. Oh, so bad. It was a really a good memory. And Ate Marie, I know the cousins will remind me too, but Ate Marie would always tell me, and she would call me Queen Sheba. Queen Sheba because of the lipstick and the couch and good memories.
The couch, explain that. It's like anyway. Thanks for sharing, Trish. Was that Bernard? You were gonna say something? You're muted.
Auntie Carol.
I have a memory. This is Melanie
You can't see me. We're at the beach. Oh. I'm trying to find some light. Trisha's story reminded me of Ate Marie always telling us the stories. So we were really blessed to have Ate Marie on a lot of our family trips growing up because she was down in San Diego and single. But she'd always remind me like, oh, Trisha was so makulit. One time your mom just dropped off Trisha into me and your Auntie Connie's hotel room. She was just like, hey, here, and so she just left Trisha with them. Because Trisha was so young. And then just another one too of just like I think Queen said Ate likes to travel and always likes to be with family. So even just until recently, she was she had to have dialysis every day, but she still drove all the way down to San Diego for my daughter's baptism. And then I think one time it was just back-to-back weekends because it was like a baptism, and the week before that was another celebration, maybe like our grandma Lenore's or something. And it was just like, I tell you, like it's so much traveling. And she's like, no, of course, anything for family. So Ate is such a good role model and just family first. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you.
And on every one of those road trip, Marie would have this big bag full of snacks, right? She will have fruit and water and candy and chips and bread. And, so if we ever got stranded somewhere, we will be okay because we, with the amount of snacks and food that she brings, we would survive for like 3 days. So that I will never forget.
So I have a story, but I wasn't on the trip with Auntie Marie. It was my dad. I don't think he's on the call right now. He's probably going to work, but it was during a time that my dad was like, he was working several shifts like back to back. And I had called him and I said, you need to rest. And he goes, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sleep, I'll talk to you later. So of course I didn't bother him and everything. And I was on Facebook and I noticed, I think it was Auntie Marie or one of the aunties that posted a picture of a day trip to Reno. And my dad was in the picture. So I'm calling my dad, he's not answering. And so I text Auntie Marie and I'm like, is my dad with you? She's like, oh yeah, he's here. And so I call her, she answers. I was like, oh, I thought my dad was resting. And she's like, no, he's here. And I could hear my dad in the background, like, no, don't tell her. I didn't ask for permission. And he's like, oh, you didn't get your permission slip from the boss. So you're not supposed to be here. And Auntie Marie was just like kind of instigating the whole thing. And it was just funny. So she made a whole joke about it. But she basically watches my dad for me when I can't keep an eye on him. So yeah, but I really appreciate that she always invited my dad to those kind of trips because he doesn't get out often. He's always working. So yeah.
Thank you, Jolene. Anybody else? Malaya kept whispering in my ear, say this, and why don't you say it?
Put her in a spot.
I think when we're ready, we will. So I think as we close the evening, again, the Orante Rulloda family just want to thank you guys. One of my cousins that's actually in overseas just texted me saying that he needed to call it a night. So I want to acknowledge for the folks that have a big time difference for making the time to pray with us. So thank you. I also wanted to again remind folks that this part as we close the evening of sharing, I think it is important, as my sister Christine was mentioning earlier, that anytime that we say their name, that they will live eternally, right? They die twice when we forget to begin mentioning their names. So it's important to hold this and close our evening by sharing stories. So tomorrow, I haven't checked with my siblings and my brother-in-law yet, but tomorrow's theme, given that Marie is actually a kind-hearted, strong woman, and March being Women's Month, the challenge is how do you find a quote that actually speaks to the value of who we know Marie is, her kindness, her giving, her selflessness, right? So if you guys are able to share a quote, I encourage you, again, as an educator, as you can see here, I give you assignment that if you can, please identify a woman of color that you can quote about who Marie is. I think that would be really powerful and strong. So tonight, we just want to thank you guys. And Orly is getting ready to close us out. So Orly, any words?
Just have memories from the trip because once we always go to San Diego or LA, we always stop at Harry's Rock to eat steak. My papa didn't started. And and during and separate story during get together, Marie is always telling me the story when they went to New York with Rosemary and June. They were in line and something, and one guy was running fast, and then he flipped over and stunned right away. Then, oh, look at that guy, he's so fast, and then, oh, that's my brother. It was June. He always keep telling that story. That's so funny. And then one more, and June, June Father Froilan and me and Marie went to Yosemite. So when we went there, we see a fountain of water. So we rush to drink, right? And then it's so fresh. Oh, even the priest, Jude and me, we drink the water. Oh, it's so fresh, and then it's so cold. Then we turn around. Marie saw the sign that it's not safe for drinking. He was laughing. She was laughing so loud. So we cannot forget.
Yo, brother, we're still alive though, man. See?
Yeah, this is life. We cry a lot, but sometimes we need to laugh. So it's still hurting. It's still hurting, but with your love and support and communication, we can get through this one. So thank you so much.
Hey,
We're here for you, cousin.
We're a big family. Families stand together.
I have a story.
Okay.
I don't remember it, but my mom would always tell me because she'd make fun of me. We went to SeaWorld for like the first time, and then we were going to see a beluga whale, and then I was so excited, and then she showed me, and then I was like, why isn't it blue? And then she always made fun of me because she's like, it's not blue. I don't know. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
Just
Beluga. Yeah.
I thought a beluga whale was blue too.
You got it. You got the joke. Beluga.
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 Blue. It has blue in its name. Why do they even call it a beluga if it's not even blue?
Louis, can you please be quiet?
Now everybody's laughing at you, buddy. They can hear you.
They can hear you.
So, just another quick reminder in case anybody forgot. Tonight we actually jump forward, so it's daylight savings time. So, but we will still have the prayers at 6:30. But unfortunately, for those of us in the U.S., we will lose 1 hour of sleep tonight. So, but we will be back here at 6:30, same time, same place, same bat channel.
Right.
Please
Thank
do
you,
not
guys.
remind me. I have to be at work at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
But it's good. It's all good.
All right, folks. Thank you again for joining us. We truly appreciate your time, and keep Marie in your prayers and in your thoughts.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank you.
guys.
Love you guys.
Love
Love
you
you.
guys.
Night.
Good
You
night.
guys.
Family.
Much love.
Good night. Love
Beluga.
you.
Beluga.
Bye.
Baluga.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.